Hello Summoners and Summonettes, it's Gordan here, and today I'm doing a 6.10 patch note breakdown, or kind of an overview. A viewer, Axe or Ryan or Skyhawk, as some of you might know him, asked me to do it. I've done some of these in the past, and I figured, you know what, why not? Let's give it a go and see if you guys like it. So, just gonna take a look at it. My first initial thoughts, haven't looked at it yet, and I'll just explain what I think of it. So I'm not going to read any of the boring stuff. All this, I don't care about all this mushy gushy stuff. Talia's out. I don't know too much about her. I'm going to watch the Champion Spotlight video after this. I would advise you all to go do that as well. We'll just leave that alone for now. Alistair, his ultimate damage reduction is reduced at the earlier ranks, 50-60% instead of 70 flat, which is really good because Alistair, he was still, like, he's been nerfed so many times, but he was still so strong. You hit level 6 and he just double TP bot turret dive 4-man. What are you gonna do? You're double killed, and the game could be over after that. So I do like that. It'll make him a little bit squishier. He's still pretty damn strong in my opinion. Anivia, her ultimate, it now costs less mana, 10 less per rank per second. Nice. Its cast range is increased significantly, and the initial radius is increased as well. Using Zunus Hourglass no longer interrupts it as well. Cool. Nice buffs. I have a lot of one-trick Anivia friends. A lot of you know him as Freeze or Free Snake Pit. Great friend of mine. I think he's like top 5 Anivia in the world or something. And this was a pretty big nerf. A lot of Anivia one-tricks just didn't enjoy playing anymore because it was so hard to get your easy combo off of your ER combo, your main source of harass in the lane, because they nerfed the ult. It was so small when it started, and it was really, really hard to go up to a target and do it because it was such a short range. So I definitely see that helping out Anivia. Pretty nice buff. I do enjoy it. Aurelion Sol. Not many people knew. I already know what these are because I have Aurelion Sol one-trick friend again. This champion was busted. Not a lot of people knew it, but this guy was just insane mid to late game. This champion does so much damage, has so much control over fights, and they nerfed his W a little bit. They took a couple seconds off the ability to expand and retract his stars, and then his ultimate just got some damage reduced, 50 damage at all ranks. So a little bit of a nerf to his damage capabilities and potentially zoning in team fights. I think he's still going to be good, so we'll see about that. Cassiopeia, some good buffs to her here. It looks like, thank God, this champion was bad, and I have a one-trick Cassio account for this season, and I just didn't ever want to play it because she was so damn bad. But Q got 100 range on it, which is nice, and now the decay on the movement speed is lessened, which is nice. And her W, they reduced the cooldown of it, but they took some minimal range off it, but they extended the maximum range that it creeps out to. So we'll see if that'll help her. Hopefully it does help her a little bit. Might still need a little bit more tweaking. Fiddlesticks, they nerfed his E just a little bit. They took one bounce off of it. They, a long time ago, I think, a couple patches back, maybe it was the last patch even, they just made his E flat amount, 7 bounces per rank, no matter what. Normally you'd have to scale up the bounces, so it made his early game damage just so crazy if he got really, really good bounces on that. So slight nerf to that, which is good because Fiddle was actually really strong. Fizz R can't be cleansed now, so I'm assuming by reading this, yes, okay, there was a bug. So things like Garen's Q, I think Gangplank's W, Evelyn's W, things that remove slows or any like debuffs like that, instead of just removing the movement speed slow, it just completely detached his ultimate, which I thought it was a bug, and I guess it was a bug because I played a lot of Eve, and one game against Fizz, he ulted me like 7 times. I just W'd by like out of habit, and I just run away from the shark. I was like, damn, this guy's barely missing his ult every single time, but it turns out it was just a bug. So they mentioned Garen in here. I wonder if they didn't pick up on Evelyn's W still detaching Fizz's ult. Probably gonna go into custom game and check because that is broken if that still doesn't work. So looks like they're still figuring that out, but good change because apparently it was a confirmed bug. Alawi, Aeoli, however you want to say her name, W4 4 seconds cooldown at all ranks. Nice little more trading potential in the earlier lane here. Jinx, I talked with some people. This sounded like a quality of life buff, but it actually might have just actually been a buff. Her Q, okay, it does look like it's actually a buff. 15% reduced bonus attack speed, 25%. Oh. So I think, so they turn the base up, but then they also give you a bigger penalty on being in the fishbones. So I think it ends up being around the same attack speed, but it just feels a lot smoother now because Jinx was pretty clunky to use. So I don't know exactly with the number crunching, so I think it was just more of a quality of life than a buff because they took it up and took it down in some places. Malzahar, passive cooldown up. I feel like I was told he got hotfixed, so maybe this was it. While our balance hotfix looks okay, he did get hotfixed. So cooldown of his passive went up, and it's now shown on a buff bar. Cool. I still only played him that one time, and I wasn't really that big of a fan, even though he's busted. Excuse me. Master EW, a little bit more AP ratio, so you can get a little bit more heal on that. And then they gave some more true damage to his E, which is nice. So slight buffs to Master E, nothing too crazy. He's not going to be played every game still, but those solo carry Master E junglers out there can rejoice. Alright, Nocturne. Passive, now additionally scales with 15% AP. Not too bad. Nothing crazy there. You don't really build hardly any AP, if any at all. Maybe like a Sheen. If Sheen even gives AP now. I know it builds out of mana, but I don't even know if it has actual AP on it now. So maybe just a Rage Blade would be your AP. I don't see you ever getting a lot of AP. Shyvana has a little bit of AP scaling on both her W. Okay, not bad. Swain. So he's getting buffed, I think, but I have a friend who said he was pretty strong, so I'm curious about this. He has more health growth per level. His Q now executes minions below 10 health. Nice. Fixed a bug where, okay. His ultimate, 75% of damage dealt, and they kind of went back to the old form where it just heals you plus a flat amount with the ability power. Or not a flat amount, sorry. Yeah, flat amount plus ability power. Holy moly. And then healing versus minions and monsters, again, they just took it from a percentage to a flat amount. Okay, now targets closest to Swain instead of picking them at random. Tarek, what did they do? They just, oh, it's more shiny now, so you can see it, I guess. Not bad. Ooh, let me read this paragraph. R holds you at a higher threshold, no longer restores 3% health if below. Oh, nice. So you're gonna get healed to, is that 30% health or 3% or 30 health? It looks like a slight buff to Trinmere if I'm reading that right. So he'll just be healthier after his ult wears off. Kind of cool. So a little bit of ratio buffs to Vel'Koz, not too bad, just extra damage there. Please tell me they nerfed Vladimir. Vladimir was so annoying, man. Now delays until just before transfusion becomes available. Okay. E releases tide of pool no longer permanent. Prematurely cancel swing and pull. Okay. This ult, they went from 50% damage to a flat amount plus ability power, increased by 50% per champion hit. Okay, so now. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. So he's more of a team fighter now with that, I think, if I'm reading that right. Zyra, her passive can be stepped on 1.5 seconds after spawning, and it's now 1 second after spawning. That's pretty nice. They updated the splash for Tristana, pretty cool. Jungle respawn timers. Reduce the size of the red and blue minimap respawn icons, because there's just a lot of stuff going on with the minimap, not bad. Minions in the first wave should no longer grab an enemy ranged minion as a target randomly. Thank God. That was really annoying when you just get to a lane and your wave controller just doesn't exist. Mountain Drake no longer amplifies true damage, including smite. Okay, that makes sense. Ocean Drake. See, they call it Drake. I call it Drake. Everybody else calls it Dragon, but Riot has specifically said it is a Drake here in this post. So I was right all along. But Ocean Drake updated. 4-8, 12% of missing health and mana every 8 seconds if not damaged by a champion or tower in the last second. Excuse me. I like that because this was really annoying. You'd just be in combat with someone, they'd have like 10 health, and then they'd suddenly get 12% of their health back from an Ocean Drake, and you're like, how am I supposed to know when that was gonna tick? So I like that it's out of combat now. It makes a lot more sense. And now additionally, turrets now additionally absorb 66% of true damage when the backdoor bonus is in effect. Very nice. Slight buff to Blood Razor, not Buzz Razor. 10% increased attack speed and 4% of the target's maximum health. Not too bad. That's a pretty decent buff. I like it. Barrier cooldown reduced by 30 seconds. Not bad. Same as Ghost. And movement speed is increased. Very nice. Giving some love to those summoner spells. Dynamic queue rolling out later. This patch several adjustments and improvements targeting high MMR matchmaking. Thank God. Champion Mastery. There's 6 and 7. I'm not really going to bother about it. I don't care about that. Some bug fixes. You can look at it. Upcoming skins. Super Galaxy skins, it looks like. Super Galaxy Fizz. Not too bad. Super Galaxy Kindred. I'm gonna buy that because I don't have it. That's actually so cool. I'm buying that skin. And then Super Galaxy Shyvana. I already have like every Shyvana skin, so might as well get that one as well. But that looks like it's going to be it for the patch, so hopefully we didn't take too long and kind of went over everything, give you guys an idea of what's going on. If you do like the video, go and throw a like. We'll see if we can get this one, let's say 200 likes, then maybe I'll do some more of these if you guys really do enjoy them. They're pretty easy to make. I mean, I just read, even though that is a struggle sometimes. But let me know what you guys think, and I will... How am I going to close this video? I can't say I'll have my Runes and Masters. We'll just say I'll have all my other social media, such as Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Not as well as Runes and Masters. In the info box below, everything will be there except Runes and Masters, and I will see you guys next time.